Hey fellow mutants, welcome to Echoed Influence. This is April Modest Betty Rodriguez, here as always with Anthony Spartacus Tamayo.
Hey y'all.
And this is the season 2 finale, the end of things to
come. I was doing it. I'm like you.
I'm like you. Dun, dun, dun. We're going to start off with mutant news, and the first thing we're going to start off with is our raffle.
Yes. Awesome news to start off with.
Yeah. So we're doing a raffle because we reached 200 followers. Thank you everybody for your love and support. Thank you for all your listens. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for sticking with us. We appreciate it, and we want to show our appreciation by raffling off. This time we're going to raffle off one of the Pop Funkos that was
given to us by Manny Bobbleheads.
At Manny Bobblehead. And he's been awesome with providing us with Pop Funkos to help with our raffles. That is amazing. We're so grateful to you. If you haven't already started following him, please make sure you do.
That's Manny Bobbleheads, and it is just to let you guys know real quick that he has amazing stuff. Like if you might want to check him out before you want to venture out anywhere too far or anything like that, where you can just get the fan base stuff that you really need: shirts, Funkos, plushy toys and stuff, little keychains. He has it all, guys.
And plus you're supporting your local community, but you're helping out, you're helping a family, an awesome family. So if you haven't already done so, please make sure you follow, which will be part of the raffle actually. So this Friday we will be putting up the raffle itself, and
with the rules and all that.
And the rules are just like always. You make sure you follow Echoed Influence, make sure you're following Manny Bobblehead. You're going to tag 3 friends and as many entries as you want, because there will be a raffle. The person we pick will get a painting, an Echoed Influence painting done by Anthony and myself, our collaborative pieces. If you've seen like our Rick and Morty or
the Rick painting that we just posted up on our page, it's going to be something like that. I mean, with fluorescent colors and everything. The painting itself, like the drawing and everything, will be done by yours truly, Modest Betty herself, April Rodriguez. And the background of the space painting with the fluorescence and the stars and all that crap, it would be done by me, Anthony Spartacus Tamayo. So yes, we're raffling off one of those paintings, and Manny Bobbleheads, he's given us one of these awesome 10-year MCU anniversary. It's a golden baby Groot. It's so awesome and
super cute.
So the to go with the cute theme, our painting will be Gur. It'll be a Gur painting, so that you guys, if you guys are familiar with Invader Zim, I suggest you get familiar with him and know your role.
So we're going to be raffling off a really cool Invader Zim fluorescent painting done by the 2 of us, as well as one of the Manny Bobbleheads. So you're not going to want to miss this raffle. Make sure you set an alert or follow us, set a notification for our post, so that way you don't miss out. And I believe we're going to give them till
the following Friday. Let's give them a week.
Okay. So we'll pick a winner. We'll give 1 week, and we'll pick a winner that Friday. We'll do a live feed
video
on our YouTube and our Instagram, and pick the winners. And it should be awesome.
So good luck to all you. Okay, guys.
Yes. But moving on with mutant news.
I'm excited to see Punisher Season 2. The release date of that is January 18th, 11 days from now. It can't come fast enough. I am so excited and anticipating with joy. The thing is that there's a lot of disheartened fans, nonetheless, that they're sad that it's going to be canceled. They don't want to give Netflix the time of day and everything. Don't do that to a character who has earned your respect, guys. I think the Punisher will get his due if the fans commit. And me as a fan, I'm going to binge it. I'm going to watch it over and over and over, whether or not it's canceled or not. Just be a true fan to him. He deserves it, guys. And John Bernthal, he has a great performance, and he deserves your attention as well. So moving on to the next one is American Gods Season 2 coming out March 10th, the same day as Miss Marvel. So we have 2 awesome things to look forward to that day. My dad himself is going to have a long day because usually we take him to the movies and make him watch shows with us. And one of those shows was Game of Thrones. We've been making my dad watch. We went through the whole seasons and all the seasons in about
like a month, I think?
Yeah, about a month. It's a lot to watch, guys, and we would watch 2-3 episodes a day, and sometimes twice a day, you know, with two
Yeah.
different times we'd watch it. Like if we didn't have anything to do.
We're trying to catch him up on it before the last season comes out.
And we're not gonna lie, both me and my father, we'd be watching games of our sports teams, which both of our teams, Cowboys and Seahawks, they both made it to the playoffs, played each other. But during the season, we'd watch like the game and kind of go, yeah, we should watch Game of Thrones. Let's watch Game of Thrones. Fuck it. And then we blink and oh shit, our teams are playing each other in the playoffs. You know, and it was funny. Game of Thrones coming out in April of 2019. Coming soon.
Can't wait.
If you got a chance, now's the time to catch up and watch all of it right now. It took us about a month, you know, so you got yourself a few months to watch it.
It's funny. We tried to, because we finished it and we tried to watch Last Kingdom, and and your dad had said, like, oh, we should watch this before Game of Thrones because nothing's gonna.
Yeah, you know, watching that show, Last Kingdom, which is a great show too.
It is.
But you can tell like theirs is a little bit more grounded. Like that is a lot more like of what actually happened, and what Game of Thrones is what I think our ancient ancestors were hoping for. You know, like, yes, the craftsmanship on the ship itself of the dragon is very nice, but it's very, you know, it's done as well as it can be done.
Yeah.
But you look at Game of Thrones and the fucking dragon on the kraken on the ships is like metal and it's fucking huge, and it's like, oh yeah, you had like maybe 50 men from the Iron Islands make that shit. Are you kidding me? Like, what the fuck kind of craftsmen do you have there? That's bullshit, you know? So but yeah, and then we also watched Norseman, and like it's still,
loved that.
Yeah, he loved that show. He was like, this is just as good as Game of Thrones. This is hilarious. If you guys haven't had a chance, you should see Norseman. It has 2 seasons, funny ass shit. Also within the Game of Thrones trailer, we also got a glimpse of Watchmen. The Watchmen looks fucking good. I mean, you let me read the actual graphic novel, and watching the movie first and then reading the graphic novel, it was like almost like dead on.
Yeah.
Like Zack Snyder gave a shit, you know. He really cared. To see it in an HBO show, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. Especially HBO with their quality, and
Yes,
it's gonna be.
finally DC's making good moves, and Aquaman's doing really good in the box office. He's beating he beat like every DC movie. It's the best DC movie right now.
That's crazy.
And I just want to go on my little quick rant right here and say, I just like how Coco, I think Coco was the first movie to beat out Infinity War. And I mean, it took a few weeks, but it finally did beat it out. And the reason is because children wanted to see that movie. Lots of kids, lots of people who had no idea what Coco was. That's what a normal movie would do, you know. And so, like, Marvel builds this shit up and makes you want to go see it.
Yeah.
Coco, one shot, kids want to see it. Boom, beat Infinity War at the box office for fucking one finally weekend. I think that's what's happening with Aquaman. It's just a bunch of ladies who think that this is the continuance of Game of Thrones as Drago, you know. Oh, Drago lives in the water, you know. It's just a bunch of women who just want to see Aquaman. It's like 50 Shades of Grey. You can go up to those women, ask them what the fucking movie was about, who the main characters were. They will have no idea. The only thing they cared about was seeing Jason Momoa somehow swim as awesome as he does without his jeans falling off. But he infiltrates the submarine with his jeans on and does an awesome job. He has no shirt on for some reason, you know, because jeans aren't resistant. They're not, but the shirt is. Okay. But, you know, that's what I'm saying. It's like not real fans have went to go see this. Is just fucking pop fans, you know, which is fine. You know, he made his money. I'm cool. I wanted to see Aquaman rise. That was my thing. I don't really care how. I want to see him known, but just, you know, keep that in mind. You know, that some of the fans aren't going to be like they're not backed by real fans, you know. They're backed by a bunch of women who want to see him shirtless. And realistic too. Like, I'm gonna call you out again, Jason Momoa. Let's do it. Let's roll, baby. Let's roll. You're too pretty for defense. I know you are. See, I'm only like 5'8", and I feel like I can beat him. And a lot of people would laugh at that and everything. But I've seen Jason Momoa train, and I've submitted bigger. And so spread the word, everybody. If you think he can, I won't run. He's got no time for me. So, you know, Christmas was awesome.
I got a lot of. It just feels like a lot of the gifts I got were really well thought out. Mm-hmm. They were really like someone took the time to think about who I was and what
Specific
I needed.
to you.
Yeah, it was just really nice. It wasn't a lot of gifts, but the gifts I got were awesome, and I'm grateful. It's funny for me. Christmas, I hate the idea of presents at Christmas time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
whether I have money or not, I hate the idea that people stress out about getting presents for everybody, or think that I'm going to think any differently of them if they
Yeah.
don't get me something, you know? And I don't ever want someone to feel that way. So for me, as long as I get to hang out with my family and we're having a good time and we get a little nice dinner together, and we get to see the decorations, that's all that
Yeah.
really matters. So in that case, I had an awesome Christmas and it was amazing.
Yeah, it was like what you expected and then a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
nice. Yeah, for me too. Like you said, it wasn't like one particular gift as I was trying to push. It was more like every gift was thoughtful in its sense. You know, like even getting me Deadpool sweats. Deadpool, I guess my family sees me. That's like my hero. You know, I didn't really choose that as much as I wanted to. You know,
As you
but
chose me.
they keep getting me a lot of Deadpool shit, and I love Deadpool. I know Deadpool in and out. He is one of my all-time favorites. Just he's up there with Frank Castle and the Punisher. So definitely, it makes sense to get me all this Deadpool stuff, and so yeah, it's very thoughtful. Like my family already has a hard time going to go buy comic book stuff for adults. You know, they're like, "Yep, this is for an adult." But yeah, other than that, just working on our normal things. I'm building a garden with my father.
yeah.
He's retired and stuff, so you
We'll
know.
have to post a picture of it afterwards because it came out. It really
Yeah.
is coming out wonderful. So already.
So if you guys are fans of my father, Tony Tamayo, you know that he's retired and happy, and I'm trying my best to keep him that way, you know. So we're always thinking of things to do with each other as far as building, cement work, you know, whatever he'll let me help him with. So continue on with this mutant news and everything. Right now, the shutdown has happened. Right now, Donald Trump, it seems like if you look at him when he was talking about the shutdown with people, his arms are crossed, like he's pouting. He seems to be a petulant child in this whole thing. Like, I want it, and I'm going to get it. And if I don't, I'm shutting this whole thing down.
He even said that he's willing to call a national state of emergency where he goes above Congress to get it. I saw he said somewhere, and
But isn't that so ridiculous? I mean, even if you are for Trump, or if you're somehow crazy enough to think that he's not doing anything stupid, couldn't we just agree that using that money to build a wall, instead of using it to do that, it would be more useful towards the people of America, to use it for $5 billion? You know how many people that'll cover for health care and everything like that?
shutting down the government because you're not getting what you want as a president doesn't seem like a very president thing to do. There are different ways of getting what you want, and this doesn't seem to be. Is this what we want as our representative, as our leader, as someone who's just, this is what I want, and I don't care how I get it. This is what I want. pretty
Yeah,
much, you know.
And
Like,
it seems like he's flexing his white privilege and everything, and like when it's not fulfilled, it's like, wait, I'm supposed to get it. I'm fucking. This is me. I'm the president. I'm the best. I'm supposed to get what I want, and it's like, you know what? That white privilege of yours is running the fuck out.
it just seems that the reasoning behind the wall too is for. I think I heard someone say because of like the death, like an immigrant came over and killed an American, but there are Americans killing Americans every day. So why is this so much more?
And those same-
shouldn't we be working from the inside
Yes.
out and healing our own people
Well,
first?
those same Americans are claiming that black people in America are killing each other at the highest rate anywhere in the world. They'll claim that real quick to put black folks down, but then it comes to immigration, and they all of a sudden forget. They all of a sudden forget that Americans are killing each other
But
at a
it's
high
not
rate.
just minorities in America that are killing each other.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, everybody is doing it, and if you
Yeah.
look at the statistics, we're more likely to be killed by a white Christian male terrorist than anybody from anywhere around the world. You know, from any fucking ISIS dudes, from any Mexican, we're more likely to be killed by a fucker who wants to go into the movie theater with a stick up his ass.
or like someone coming into a school and shooting up our kids. You know, for me, I think it's more like, I feel like everyone's allowed to have their opinion, but as president, you have to have the well-being of the American people, and it seems like what he's looking out for is for the rich, for the
definitely.
upper class, not all of America, not trying to make America strong as a group of people, but trying to only isolate the upper class, and everyone else kind of is on their own or screwed.
Yeah, and he does it by making the lower class fight one another. Like he's making the poor fight the poor. Like the poor white people from this country, he gets them nice and angry and racist, so he could be mad at the other poor Mexican people instead of them not looking at the rich folks or the rich government politicians who are taking away your funding for your after school programs, taking away funding for your Medicare, your medical needs, taking away funding for scholarships, tuitions, all that shit. Like people and housings and rent, and we can go on. And it's so funny how someone important to me asked me like, well, what has he done? What's something like everybody always says that he's stupid. Well, what has he done that's so dumb? And it's like, I didn't say any of this, but it's like the first thing that popped in my head. He cuts funding for after school programs. Like that. That's
Betty Davos, I think.
Yeah. He had her. He nominated her as part of the cabinet, and that they fucking talked this shit over.
A lot of her. When he first got elected into office, I looked into her a little bit, and she just only cares about like private schools. She wants to
trying to maneuver the money into more richer systems and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's not see, and that's their scheme of things. If you think she's just doing this and Donald Trump doesn't know it, you're a fucking retard. Like they're really doing this so that they can, like I said, maneuver the money to benefit the rich. And you know what, like there's this I don't know if they're trying to do it quick and fast or whatever without us noticing, but we're just a bunch of dumbass sheep behind a fucking fence that's already open.
My thing with Donald Trump is I feel like he's a distraction. They're distracting us from something bigger happening. There's something bigger happening, and we're here fighting over this puppet, He's a puppet to them. I mean,
someone's controlling him to do this shit. Yeah.
But there's something bigger we're not paying attention to.
Yeah, because look at the shutdown itself. The shutdown doesn't affect the military, IRS, stuff like that. Stuff that people, when they take the fucking taxes from us and everything, doesn't stop any of that.
Things that aren't necessarily helping us.
Yeah, so we see what's important to this country when they shut down the government itself and what's still going. That's essential to them. So in a structure like that, I feel like it's going to just end up crumbling. It's just going to end up getting people angry and starting a civil war. For all we know, it's what they want.
Yeah, I'm sure he wants that so that way he can, so people will just be like, well, just give him think of, we were just watching Hell on Wheels.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Durant.
Yes. If you've seen Hell on Wheels, I'm sorry if you haven't, you're not going to want to listen because I want to talk about a spoiler, but a big part of Hell on Wheels is racing to the end and who's going to win. And finally, at the end, after a long shot, the underdog comes, Bohannon and his crew.
Doing it right, too.
And doing it the right, as best as they can. And Durant still finds a way to get what he wants by just being a baby, by,
crying and
like manipulating.
Yes, and what is it, like threatening people's futures with, bills and numbers and papers.
Like
and
he's not afraid to take himself down as long as he gets to take someone else down with him.
Yeah, like a fucking martyr of sorts. And it's so like, one day, like I think this whole thing will collapse in on itself and then I don't know, like, I don't see the benefit of the rich happening anytime soon. Like, I can't believe they can't foresee this happening. Like, you got a bunch of angry people, like, even the people who are going to work for you one day are going to be poor people, and they're going to realize it before you even try and hire them. Why would they work for you? Why would they do anything for you at some point? One day we're going to take the rich and pull them out. And when that's that post-apocalyptic idea, I'm thinking, cooperation, loyalty, and love will conquer anybody else's perverse desires. In a post-apocalyptic setting, you are going to get those who are just want to get what they want, no matter how perverse or how far they have to go. We see it all in the movies and shit, like there's always like that side, and then there's the other side of people who want to cooperate.
Do you have an example of that?
Like, have you ever seen what's that movie called? I think it was called Doomsday. It's a movie about like kind of like a plague happens or whatever. Like it's a lot of people get sick, and then there's some survivors in post-apocalyptic world, and one side it's just like all these. It's in England. It was England. So one side it's like a bunch of fucking punk rockers, like shirts off, shoulder pads with spikes, and they're eating people, and they have sex slaves, and there's a arena where they all just kill each other, and they kind of remind me of the Mad Max dudes.
I see.
And then there's the other side where people that cooperated with each other were smart enough to go and take a castle, an old castle from England, and build a society within it.
I see.
You know, and then and even a little outside of it, so the castle defends from them. And these people who are castle, they have guns and shit, you know, just like that, just to defend and everything. And they're very like focused on the people. And then these other folks are just focused on their perverse desires. Like, I want this, I want to party, I want to smoke it until I'm
feel
dead
like,
and drink, and you know.
I don't know if you've ever seen the movie, but I think I read the book first. The Road. It's with what's his name, Aragorn from Lord of the Rings, the long-haired guy.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
It's a movie about a man and his son, and they have to travel. They're traveling to try to go to the sea, but it's in post-apocalyptic, and so they're trying to survive. And they run into a group of people who they had seen before was a woman, a pregnant woman, and then like a few months later, they see that they pretty much cooked and ate the baby. And
Wow,
yeah,
that's
so it's
harsh.
just a group like group of people that are, you know,
That go and see like
gritty
and
almost.
seeing like going, if you were to go backwards with it, that's what a post-apocalyptic thing would do to a society. Is they go back into their primal ways. If you like look at Donald Trump, as you said, like he's not getting his way, therefore he does this.
He regresses.
Could you imagine if he was submerged into a time where it's post-apocalyptic? His primal ways would be to, I need to get what I want, as perverse as it needs to be, and blah 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 blah. He'd be one of those fuckers that like wants that pussy, so he'll do and pay and give whatever he wants and needs to get what he feels that he deserves, that he's privileged to. So I think a lot of people who think like him would be those people. I want to be a part of the people who cooperate and love each other and are loyal to one another, because that in the end is stronger than perverse desire. Because when it comes down to, if we ever had to go to war, the motherfuckers are only going to care about themselves and who they can eat, like animals.
If they can survive.
Yes, and then us, it's going to be like, we care about that food. It also is a weakness, but also it's a strength, to care about somebody else. I think it balances out in our favor.
I think it's a different, it's just a totally different mentality, because there are people who can survive on their own better, but there are other people who survive better in groups working together.
I think that's perspective too. Like, people who think that they're better off on their own love sleeping and shit. But people who can see, like, hey, we can give you a better life, but that's my perspective. My perspective is you in a bed and blah 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 blah, but your better life on your own, what you feel is best, is to sleep in shit. That's not me to judge or say anything. Fuck it. You want to live there, fine.
So on the theme of post-apocalyptic, we want to continue with our would you rather. So our would you rather today is, would you rather live in a post-apocalyptic world with zombies, or in a post-apocalyptic world with robots?
Ooh,
so
like,
a zombie takeover,
or
or
Terminator,
a robot,
yeah.
a
Oh
robot
my
takeover. Yeah.
I think everybody would pick the zombie one, because the attachment, that the fact that these people have human shells is going to make people happier to kill them. It's the creepiest thing about humans. I think not just that, it's easier. So they would go for the easier, more brutal thing, instead of, fuck, I have to think and out technological, like, these things, and if I kill them, they feel nothing, they just bring another thing out. If we lose somebody, we go, oh,
I feel like with the zombies, though, like, unless you know the person, you kind of see the zombies almost as robotic at the same time as, like, a shell, like you said, like a shell of a person. Like, it's not a person anymore,
I see. Yeah, and the Terminators can mold. Obviously, they can mold their Terminator to look like a human.
I think I would choose zombies solely based on the fact that, I don't know, robots are capable of, like, they're advanced humans pretty much.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. They pick the easier time. And yeah, I want to go for zombie apocalypse too, because that sounds like I can fucking kill zombies all day. Do that shit. A Terminator comes after me with a gun,
or laser,
that's my fucking ass. Like, I'm gonna have a hard time. I need a lot of luck on my side.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely I'll pick the zombie apocalypse, but if you want the challenge, you go to the Terminators. If you're a bad motherfucker, you go to the Terminators. Get me a weapon, just one weapon that fucks these Terminators up, and we'll do it. See, and now when it comes to that, like, let's up the ante. Let's go into our
Rumble,
where we will have on one side the White Walkers from Game of Thrones
Dun, dun, dun.
taking on the Terminators from fucking 1989, I believe. And
Or whatever time they're from.
so my immediate thinking is that whatever the White Walkers have, the Terminators can create a more terrifying version of, which is fine. You know, if a dragon is probably nothing compared to a warship that wants to perfectly destroy you. Like, it's made to just do that. I'm sure a dragon is too, but like, it's more graceful and everything, and it only has one rate of fire, and it's from the mouth and it's forward. So a ship, a warship, can shoot from many different directions, hover and fly. And
I'm even thinking about, because like zombies and robots are similar, or White Walkers and the Terminators are similar in the sense that if you say their lower half of their body is destroyed, they can
keep going.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I feel like a Terminator with just one part of their body is still more powerful than a decaying White Walker.
True.
Like decaying White Walker seems more fragile generally.
Well, we also haven't seen those spiders yet, which I know they're really
that are
huge.
coming.
And
Yes,
then, like,
you're right.
sometimes they get a fucking bear. They have giants. They have those
Oh yeah,
giants.
you're right.
You know,
They do have the giants.
they have a lot of creatures. My thing is, if the White Walkers can make weapons like the old dudes have, they have like those icy spears or icy swords that they use, and when they hit a normal steel sword, when they hit that, it shatters it. The only thing that doesn't do it is Valerian steel. So unless I don't know if there's any more Valerian steel, so they could maybe make one robot out of Valerian steel,
I see.
but the rest of them are fucked. If they could make weapons out of that, shooting arrows at them, throwing spears, they will shatter steel.
Well, they have dragons now. That's how they make Valerian steel, isn't it? Forged by dragon fire.
Oh shit!
Isn't that the?
Yeah, but like, I don't think. How can they get a dragon? Their dragons will fight till the death. They won't let those fools just let them have their dragon
Oh,
fight.
I'm saying, I guess like now that more steel could be made, so it's possible that there could be like a bigger collection of steel. So either they could make one robot or make like weapons that are attached to the Terminators. Like,
Yeah.
Like just
That's true.
one weapon for each Terminator, a small one.
That's hard to say because if they do figure out how to manufacture Valerian steel, it's it. But at the same time, like I said, if they have those things where they can just hit normal steel Terminators, like let's just say the standard Terminator versus the standard White Walker, the White Walker would fucking destroy the Terminator.
You think so?
Well, if he can hit him before he gets blasted, yeah.
I see.
But see, getting blasted is
You
not
would
gonna.
need a projectile.
Yeah, but getting blasted is not gonna stop the White Walker either.
Necessarily, yeah, you're right. Unless he
you have to use
obliterates.
but even if I don't think a flamethrower will take out the Elder. If you do a flamethrower, I think the ice is so cold that it'll just like go around him.
You're right. Yeah.
So it's hard to say, like I initially wanted to say the Terminators, and then we're doing some more thinking and research on it. Magic is a motherfucker when it against science. Magic is a bitch, So it's like it's pretty even to me. I can't decide off of it right now.
No, I can't.
So if you guys got any intel who you think would win between Terminators and White Walkers, please let us know.
Yeah.
We really are in a bind here. We don't know. But
So look out for that post.
yes, look out for the post. We are going to do a poll, and the poll will decide the winner.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
Woo.
All right, guys.
It's the end of our season 2 finale. So we're going to take a month off, guys, and then we'll come back again with season 3, strong as ever
Yes.
and ready to take on all the...
It should be hopefully around Super Bowl time, maybe
February.
in February. So that time we'll have hopefully a couple people will give us a football team to play against.
Oh, yeah, for the...
And we'll start this superhero fantasy football league. The Ludus guys, if you guys want to come out and train, learn some fighting skills, come hit me up and we'll start training. You don't have to do fighting right off the bat. We have transitional training where you'll learn skills before you even interact with anybody.
And the transitional training is awesome. I started doing it with Anthony before the holidays, and it's awesome because I'm kind of like a fragile person. I'm definitely bruised like a peach, so I'm a little bit scared to do the wrestling, but I do want to work out, and it's like it's really nice because it's like having a personal trainer. Anthony, like for me, I remember I was doing this move. This to me was a big deal to me. I was doing I think it was like the butt. I was pushing myself across the mat while I was sitting down, and it was hurting my leg and my butt. Like I have a problem with my sciatica, and I was just having a pain doing it, and Anthony helped me adjust so that I can still do the move. It showed me how to do it right so that I'm not hurting myself. Which, you know, when you're at the gym, you're just kind of on equipment. You don't know if you're doing it right, and you don't want to get a personal trainer because they're so expensive.
Yeah.
But Anthony charges $35 a month, and you get a personal trainer. You get like at least four times a week, and it's like a 40-minute session. It's really I felt it. I'm telling you guys, I was sore. Like it only took me about 20 minutes before I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm done. You can keep going.
But another thing though too about AP is that, like, with that said, she did just jump right back in. Like, and that's the beauty of the training that I offer. You, anytime you need a rest, you should have the freedom to do so without feeling like you're losing or that you're not gaining or whatever. You know, you push yourself to your limit, and your limit is beautiful no matter what it is. And come on down to the Ludus, y'all. You'll learn something awesome. And it's not like CrossFit. You know, you're not gonna just work out and go home. You'll work out and you'll learn something. You'll be able to take that home with you.
You'll be part of a team. It's a great experience. Come down though. We're also doing a workshop at the end of February for anyone who wants to just at least come down one day and try it out, you know. So look forward to that if you're still a little bit nervous or hesitant about coming out.
Well, I'm also doing massages at the Collab every Wednesday at 12:30. If you guys want to come on down, I'm doing it just for tips and donations. And the Hands of Apollo is here for you for any other of your massages that you may need. Winter's here, guys, and the winter blues are gonna hit you. So I'm here to help.
And he does an excellent hot stone massage. It's amazing. So if now that the holidays are over and you might have a little bit of money to finally pamper yourself and give yourself a little self-love day, he also has his full spa day where he gives you a specific foot massage. He gives you a little champagne or a beer or
a hit of weed.
Yeah. Just something to help you relax and, you know, enjoy yourself. You've spent all that money on your family and loved ones all holiday season. Now it's time to give yourself a little pampering and self-love.
Treat yourself.
So I finally started my stick and poke. I now am officially, this week I'm doing $20 stick and poke flash sheet. If you check out my Instagram at Modest Betty, you'll see my flash sheet there, and it's a lot of just like astrology symbols and some ancient protective healing symbols. So if you're interested this week, set up an appointment with me and we'll get it going. I'm also doing tarot readings still. Don't forget, if you're going through, again, now that the holidays are over, you've invested all that money into all your friends and loved ones to show them how much you love them. Now it's time to show yourself a little bit. So if you're feeling lost and you want guidance for the year, come get a reading. And
that was like one of the gifts that she was giving to my family for Christmas. She was giving them readings, and when one saw that how it happens and how it goes, at least 2 or 3 other family members of mine were like, "Hey, can I get one too? Can I get one too?" So just like, if you ever wondered what it's like and everything, you might want to just try it out and see what it's actually. It's not what you think, guys. It's not not at all what you think. So it's very self-revealing, and it's better than spending over like hundreds of dollars on some therapist who probably is going to get mad at you just for setting an appointment on Sunday, you know. So
and if you also, I do my artwork, so if you haven't checked it out, follow me on my Young Mystic account. But other than that, I think that's all for the week.
Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next month, guys. And please continue to show your support. Follow, like, subscribe, comment.
Don't forget to check our raffle out this Friday and tag all the people. And
yes, show us some love on YouTube, guys. All right. See you next time, guys. Peace. Don't. It's the end of all things to come. Don't.